Hello, I'm posting it in the Discord. I had it already to like post everywhere and on the Twitter live and now because we are live now and we are going to talk about Winter's Heart. I was about to say book 8, but it's book 9. I've been thinking this is book 8 the whole time.
I kept having to second guess myself and double check. I was right, but
oh, we all had different copies. I love that.
We had the weird ones from the library.
Becca's not here to represent the other one, the other new UK one.
No UK one.
But yeah, we are gonna chat this book, I guess. Do you guys want to start? What do you think of the 9th book?
Mixed feelings. I think in general there were places I really enjoyed and a lot of places that I felt were really slow. And I felt like it jumped all over the place. Like we'd be focused on one character for like 3 chapters and then never see them again. And I know that's happened before. That's not new for this book, but it's still something that kind of bugs me.
Yeah, Matt Simp, what about you?
Well, the last note I made for this book is Matt is beautiful and I love him. His parts were 5 stars, but I had to deduct for the rest of it, so 4.5 stars.
Wait, what did you give it? What did you give it up?
It was a 3, verging on 3.5 for me. I don't have the Matt love to drive my score up as much. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy his chapters, but
she's just trying not to start a fight right now.
Becca's questioning you. 4.5.
Yes, 4.5. I deducted half a point for every part of the book that is not Matt.
Half a point.
A lot of those.
I feel like then it should have been lower. If it's half a point for every other character, that's like 90% of the book.
He met the daughter of the 9 moons. You're lucky I didn't give it a 5-star anyway.
True. That's been a long time coming, so I can see that.
I gave it a 3. I think I gave it a 3 the first time I read it as well, because I feel like the whole book is boring except the ending. Like the ending is a bit cool, even though again I did think I did think that part would happen in book 12 for some reason. Even though when I think about book 12, it doesn't make any sense that would happen in book 12. But I'm like, why is this happening now? What's going on? But either way, but like all the characters that I usually enjoy were even more annoying than usual. Like I didn't even know how many pages because I did the audiobook, but we had a several page scene when Elaine and Ran is having sex, and we have to have every single character react to them having sex. And I'm like, why is this a thing?
Yeah, that wasn't needed.
4 stars. 4 stars.
It has been books and books and books of, Elaine being upset that she's the only one who hasn't slept with Rand yet. So it finally happened. She got gratification and every single person had to know about it.
Yeah. All the connections, the bonds, the everything just kind of amplifies all of that as well. So I agree. That was a lot.
Only made it 250-ish pages in so far. Do agree that I only care about Matt so far, but not enough for it to be 4.5 when I'm done.
Well, you don't like these books as much as I do, so sucks for you.
I'm gonna choke.
Amberly is our resident cheerleader for
which is why it was always why we asked Amberly in, because we were feeling a bit like maybe we are a bit hateful. Just a smidge.
Yeah. I was talking to someone and they talked about like how on Reread they pick up on so much more, and I can absolutely see why this would be a series that if I reread it, I would connect in better. There are just so many characters to keep straight in my brain, and I'm not great at that when it's this large of a cast and where he doesn't handhold you at all to like remind you who people are. And there's too many similar names and all of that. So I wind myself really liking some of the scenes with the main characters, and then we get into a side character and I have to kind of look up, remind myself who they are.
Challenge.
feel like I'm failing.
I made use of that app that Sandra told us about for the first time this book, and it was actually really helpful.
I did as well. Although I did at one point look up a main character, like thinking it would remind me where they left us off in the last book. Like, not that I didn't know who they were, but I'm like, okay, where did they wind up in the last? Because we hadn't seen them in so long. And the app just kind of laughed at me. And it's like, no, if you don't know who this person is, go away. Because there was nothing. I think it was Fail or it was someone. And I just wanted to know where they left off at the end of the last book. Now,
I thought you meant you looked them up on Google, and I was
no. I've learned my lesson with that to steer clear of Google. I mean, in the app, like they just know.
I actually, when I was a noob and young, I googled like characters in Mistborn when I read that for the first time.
Yeah.
I actually also googled characters from Real Time the first time I read it, so I like I knew from the get-go who was gonna make it or not.
Yeah, because they put whether they're alive or dead in like the first summary. Yeah. Like you can't even scroll down at all before you. And mind you, at this point, I've forgotten that because I learned that lesson early. But
at the same time, though, like if, for example, the book has a sequel series, it would say they are dead, even though they don't actually die in the book because like it's been like 400 years. Right. So like that's why they're dead. But like you can know that sometimes. So then you just think they're gonna die.
How could you forget about Fael being kidnapped? I was so happy.
No, you're not supposed to be happy because that's like literally because then the only thing I forgot his name. Perin. The only thing Perin does is whine over about Fael, and I want Fael to go away, and I want Perin to go away when he's just whining.
I have two very conflicting notes right in a row about that. And the first one is that I expected Perin to fly off the handle more after Fael was taken. And then the second one is that Perin's ready to kill everyone for a stupid, annoying wife, and it's stupidly annoying.
We got into the book, so we had a 3-hour prologue, just going based on the audio. And then we get into Fael and Perin, and it's them back to back, multiple chapters in a row, and that's all we got at the beginning. And then they're gone the rest of the book. Like they barely get a mention the rest of the book. And that's where I get so frustrated because if they could have spaced some of that out with some of the other things. Like I thought those chapters actually were interesting, like getting to see where she was and all of that. But why did we need a block of them and then none of them the rest of the book? So by the time we start the next book, again, are they going to be back? Are they not? I don't know.
No, it was a bit Fael in the end. Like, it wasn't that like the last part of the book. It was a bit Fael there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still don't care about you.
I, at one point, like, literally got on my Kindle and said, search Perin. I'm like, surely we're going to get more. No. There's like a mention of him in a couple chapters. Hi, kitty.
2 stars, 3 stars. He's very mopey about it. Understandable, but annoying.
Yeah.
What part are you saying my name about? What?
Rebecca said my name with 2 crying emojis.
Oh.
Is that in reference to?
You know what? I didn't realize this was you because I didn't recognize you in the photo. I was like, who is this? What are you talking about?
In my head, yeah.
Now I'm just like, if you ever commented on any of my videos, I would never known it was you. Having a moment.
She doesn't use her real name. Kick her off the live stream, clearly.
A bookish problem, I would understand that it's not their name.
Yes.
It's all the other lies that is getting to me.
What other lies?
Well, every single person on the internet apparently don't use their name.
No.
Apparently. Or there's just like a version of the name which is not their name. Every single person ever.
Yeah.
I was though, Becca. I was really happy that she got kidnapped. And I was kind of sad that her kidnapped parts were actually kind of interesting at the beginning. Perin was still just annoying.
Yeah.
But I want to like Perin because Perin is like a good character, like the wolf parts.
I liked him at the beginning of the series. Like he was
and then he got a wife
that I really enjoyed. And then
he got a wife.
Until the second Fael became a character, and then
yeah.
Sucked.
I really wonder. I haven't watched season 2 of the show, but I know that they killed his wife in the show, but that doesn't exist in the books. So I wonder, like, since he gets married again, I wonder, like, how they would carry that since they already gave him another wife that
I don't
died.
I don't remember if FAES was even in season 2 or not. If she was, I think it might have just been an introduction, but I don't have a very good memory about it.
I haven't made it that far, so I'm no help.
Person more famous until they got married.
Yeah. He was much more interesting before his entire existence is about whether they're fighting enough, whether they're not fighting enough.
It's like I would have liked FAES if they weren't so annoying with each other all the time. Like if their relationship wasn't so annoying, I wouldn't care if he was married. But because his whole character is being married and fighting or not fighting, or I don't know, making babies or not making babies, or FAES thinking how she control him like her mother controls her father. Like I could not care less. And it's just annoying.
Well, quite frankly, it's the same with all the women obsessing over Rand. Like their roles in this grander scheme of things and his role in the grander scheme of things, I would be so much more invested in if we didn't need to hear about how wonderful he is and how he's so hot and how we're all going to have to share him because he's too much man for any of us. And
yeah, but that is also annoying. But like at least we didn't like Rand from the get-go. We liked Perin, and now Perin is ruined. Rand was already ruined from the first page. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, character once he got a love interest, like a lot of the females did. They just stopped being an actual character and just started being this plastic cutout that is in a relationship.
Do you guys think that will happen with Matt too, now that he met Daughter of the Nine Moons?
No, because Matt's the best.
Amberly will accept nothing less than perfection for him.
I was gonna be like, because you should be talking about every point of view and what they have been doing. Like, you talk about Perin, there's not much to say, but I'm like, what do you even say about like Egwene? What did she do this book? Did she do anything?
She wasn't in it at all, was she? Like not
like
one.
barely. She had like one paragraph where she was like,
yeah,
like thinking about what they needed more people in the army, and that was it or something.
I think the only time she showed up was when they met her once in Teleron Riyadh, right? But I don't think she didn't have her own point of view at all this book, which was fine. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
What? That she was there, you mean?
That she wasn't there, yeah.
I also like if I like a man, I just sit in their lap like all day. That's what I do. Duh. Well, actually, I was at this party yesterday. This is so unrelated, but then there was actually people starting to sit in each other's laps and like go on, and I was like, "What is going on? Is this in real life?" I know what happens in movies. I don't go to parties, okay? But is this what people do outside in public
with enough alcohol? Yes.
I was just like, "What is going on right now?"
And to the point where when Min's not sitting on his lap all the time, well, we end the book with her going and laying down and putting her head on his chest. So I don't know that that's too much better.
No, they moved from lap sitting to just actual full-on sleeping together all the time. Yeah. It's...
I was like, I don't even have words. Like everything Elaine did was come back, and then she became. Oh, was that in this book? The first sister ceremony that was in this book.
Yes, no,
that was really great. I really liked that part.
Yes,
I did not expect the whole rebirth thing to be quite as graphic, or not graphic, but quite as full on as it was.
I kind of really enjoy the part where they have to say really, really like complimented things to each other, and then the shittiest part about each other, but then still wanting to be sisters because that's what like kind of sisterhood is about. And I thought that was really. I liked the whole ceremony thing. I was just like, this is the best part of the book, and then, but then they can finally go and have those threesomes.
Was that the prologue, or was that just really early?
Was it a prologue? I don't remember.
It was the prologue or one of the first few chapters. All I know is that I really wish that I could have free reign to have a fist fight with each of my siblings once.
Well, how many do you have?
Full on brawl right there.
Why do you have 3 siblings?
I have 2 older half siblings from my mom and 1 younger half sibling from my dad, and they're pretty big age differences. My younger sister is 7 years, and my older brother and sister are 9 and 11 years older than I am. So, yes, I would love to have just one opportunity with each of them.
With a 7-year-old one? Or the 7 years younger than you, or the 7 years old? I
More
thought you
of an
meant-
issue if you want to beat up a 7-year-old.
I was like, you want a 7-year-old? Because I think like we need to call someone.
No,
I'm a
but
mandated reporter, so be careful.
when she was 7, she slammed my head in the refrigerator door. So
Kids or something.
Yep.
That's why you beat that. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. No beating of children. Either way, I guess we're kind of talking spoilers, but gonna watch watch along. Oh my god, I didn't understand what it said, but I understood it now.
That's because we only read along, we don't watch along.
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna like watch along with Gavin, and I was just like, what is along? That sounded like you're gonna watch penises. I'm so sorry.
yes, that's what along is.
But yeah, have fun. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say like the whole. I guess that's spoiler, but like Elaine and Rand, they had their coupling session that everyone was very intrigued about, and now she's pregnant.
Instantly.
Yeah.
But imagine, because he has 3 women now. What if he makes them all pregnant, and then he can just have like 100 children in one go?
Dragon spawn.
That's honestly that's the one gross part, I gotta say.
What? That he gets children?
So many of them. It's like a Mormon harem over here. I can't.
I'm still shocked. I'm so sorry. I thought you left.
I thought she left too.
Elaine is pregnant, and she's trying to keep secret who the dad is. And now she's trying to get grafts in her kingdom again. I guess that's what happened. I don't even know.
I mean, I was not a fan of the grossness with Tylan and Matt when his POV still started coming up. I mean, the woman literally hid all his clothes. Come on now. After
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping we're done with her. Like with him leaving, but like I don't know that I trust Jordan with that. So.
Yeah, because he was leaving, wasn't he? And then
hey, he tied up his future wife and hauled her off. We're in a better place now.
Because he was leaving, Tyler didn't want to leave, right? Or something. And then I zoned out, apparently.
Yeah, they were.
Amberly, give us the Matt recap. This is your place. This is your time.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we go back to Matt. He got hurt when the city collapsed. His leg got hurt really bad. So he was at Tylan's disposal. Poor boy. He's going around still trying to figure out how fireworks are made because he's never given that up since like book 1. He's got to know.
Give up what? Fire? What?
Trying to figure out how fireworks are made from the illuminators. He's still trying. He's still trying.
Yeah.
His priorities are in order.
He can't have freedom, but he can have pretty fire.
Tylan is now dressing him in short coats that show off his butt and lots of lace, which he claims he doesn't like, but also apparently he likes. And then the daughter of the 9 Moons shows up, disguised as another high lady. Suaroth is frightened of her. They both become friends with Tylan. And then she follows Matt around from afar, just watching him.
Just like you would have done, Amberly. This is you.
Just a little light stalking. It's fine.
Because her personal seer, which is apparently a thing that the Sean Chans have, told her about this person in her future. Oh, okay. I was reading Becca's comment. And she figured out that it was Matt after she saw his raven ring the first time they met that he miraculously got from that stall. Because foreshadowing, like 3 books ago. So she's following him around while he's plotting escape and trying to run away from Thailand. And she's just watching and laughing at him from afar, but also helping him stay away from Thailand just a little bit. And then she gets Suarath in Thailand to go away on a trip where Matt really starts to try to escape. But literally, when he's trying to leave, Thailand comes back.
I have no recollections of any of this, so I was just zoned out of this whole part. So this is great.
And then the Daughter of the Nine Moons tries to stop him from leaving as well, but they get in a fight and he hogties her. And then he finds out she's the Daughter of the Nine Moons. So as he's escaping, he decides he's just going to take her with him.
And he keeps getting more people who want to escape with him.
Yeah.
And it becomes a little bit of a clown car situation. Okay, yes, you can come. And then that person says, but you also have to take this person. And it just becomes like this whole thing. And somebody offered to buy Matt. Apparently everyone loves Matt.
Well, that was his future wife. Of course she wanted to buy him. And of course he wanted to hog-tie her and take her with him, even though they don't know each other. It's love. It's true love.
But how did he find out she was the Daughter of the Nine Moons?
Well, her assistant lady showed up and said, "How dare you treat the Daughter of the Nine Moons like this?"
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's
so,
like,
you've got tying up, you've got stalking, you've got purchasing each other. Love.
And she saved him from his predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So that was Matt was going on. Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved it.
She's my wife. Did he say that?
He did, yes.
Oh my god. I have a hair in my eye, which is very annoying. This is unrelated. Either way. Yeah. And then we had Ran. He was hiding in like one of those places where you can channel. One of the
settings.
Yes. And then he found those Tangreal, and then he recruited Naive, and they cleansed the source.
That was cool. I liked that.
The cleansing of the source was cool.
That was the highlight of the book that I thought would happen in book 12.
The entire was so good, and I loved how they had all of these people popping out of the woodwork separately to try to go after them, and just immediately they all just had fire shooting straight towards them. Like, this is the fight I can get behind, Jordan. We're here.
Yeah,
but I do think that the endings are really good, but he's just really bad at building up the endings with just like a lot of random shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like if some of the characters had been better established, some of the stuff in the end would have hit a little bit, because I kept having to go back and relook up and make sure I knew who people were. And that took me away from it a little bit. But I did really like the ending. Like, it does have me wanting to know what's going to happen. How, now that it's clean and clearly everyone's kind of feeling the difference, how's that going to play out in the next book?
I can't wait.
Favorite scene? That's my favorite scene, or like the sister ceremony.
Yeah, the sister. See, it was bookended. There was a good beginning, there was a good end. There was just a lot of stuff.
Which is why it's flawed, because all of this in the middle.
All of the Matt parts were my favorite, and then the cleansing was.
I did like getting back with Matt. I even liked the FAES chapters at the beginning, just because we were seeing a different place and like there was actually action to follow.
She was still annoying, but what was happening was interesting.
Yeah.
My only comment is that if you're going to be here and listen to all of this anyway, you could have just been on the live and being spoiled instead.
in your face as we're telling you what's happening.
Yes, you
Yep.
could have just been on the live, even though you haven't read the book, because you hear anyway.
So what we're saying, Becca, is pretty much you can just skip and read the last chapter, and you're good
Oh,
for next
You
time.
gotta read Matt's parts. All
Oh
of
yeah, read all the
Amberly will
chapters,
send you the page count for math parts, so you can only read that.
because we got a little bit of like the court politics or just the court activities and stuff in the middle that just kind of dragged.
that was boring.
We got them deciding that Rand needed to die. Was it the Forsaken said we need to kill Rand? And like it was a new revelation to them.
Like, they do that in every single book. We need
Yeah,
to
exactly. It's like, but now we mean it.
But who was it again? Catswain. She was just like, he needs to survive to the last battle. He needs to survive to the last battle. And I was just like, woman, calm down.
I don't know what she's supposed to teach Rand. No, I do. I understand that she is supposed to teach Rand how to reconnect and maintain connection with his own emotions instead of becoming just like this slab of hard cold rock like he's been on the path to for the past few books. But also at this point, I like him better that way, and you're annoying. So does he actually have to learn it?
Because it happened in the end. Just because the last chapter is good doesn't mean the rest ain't slogging.
Yeah. No, the last chapter wasn't a slog. It was leading up.
The first half of the book.
Yeah.
Because I think we were about almost halfway through when Matt finally showed back up.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the rest of the book started picking up. But all the stuff at the beginning with Elaine and Rand and Min and yeah, it was just kind of boring.
Yeah. So
We're
basically,
spending
the
too much
350 pages Becca's read were the boring parts. She stopped before she got to the good stuff.
All uphill from here, except that we already told her everything that happened.
True.
But then she can look forward to what's to come. Like she can be more hyped. But I don't even know what I was going to say. Like I know there was some politicking like with Elaine and stuff. Like when she was coming back, she was trying to like get Rain in the city and stuff again, and I'm just like,
yeah, she had to get like all the different, I want to say counties, but that's very much a US type thing. But all the different realms had to agree to let her back in and take power, and some of that was kind of interesting, but then there was also just a lot of day-to-day stuff we just didn't need.
I feel like it's such a foregone conclusion that she's getting her throne back and she's taking this other throne that Rand has earmarked for her. Why do we have to go into it? Her assassination attempt was pretty cool.
True. Yeah, that was good.
assassin attempt.
And I like that the guy who saved her from it is actually working for the Black Aja. So that's
right.
The one that she's pretending is her baby daddy.
And he's now in charge of protecting her, which in theory puts her in danger. But we kind of have to assume she's carrying the dragon spawn. So probably not.
Stop calling on the dragon spawn!
That's all I'm going to call them from this point forward.
Wait.
Dragon spawn.
Give me something to look forward to. Exactly. Because it's easy cleansing the entire half of magic. I think they mean all the born relationship charmers are slog, not the actual cleansing of Sardine. I mean, I feel like the build up to Sardine could have been done better, but like the cleansing itself was fun. Like there were some scenes that are fun, but there's just a lot of parts in between that just makes it very long-winded. Is maybe the word. Like I feel like you definitely like the last 3 books. You could have cut a lot of side characters that no one remembers anyway, and put them all together, and then it could have been one book. Like the last book, there was no map, right? We could have had these map parts in one long book of the last 3 books, for example.
And better paced in the sense of alternating POVs, not just, I feel like talking about Perin for a few chapters. I feel like talking about Matt for a few chapters. I think that will keep you more invested to keep reading if you think my favorite character is going to be back in 3 chapters.
Yeah, instead of like we're going to see
400 pages.
I mean, Rand's been sleeping with men for a few books now, and they just get more sickening with every book. So
But,
Yeah.
but
It
I
took me
mean,
a minute 'cause I heard you say men, not min, and I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
but there was one part I wanted to mention, but now I forgot what it was. My brain is now loading. Oh, that was very annoying.
Nynaeve and Lan did settle down, and I'm
They
happy
did.
about it, but like I also feel like we got a little bit of interaction between them, but it's just like now that they're married, it's not exactly the same, and I kind of miss the dynamic that we had. But I love
Well,
it.
we did get in the end the mirroring. We had Rand on the ground and Min goes lays on him, and we had Nynaeve on the ground and Lan goes lays on her chest. It was just like, okay. Everybody snuggle in the middle of a field.
While they're actually passed out.
Yeah.
They're alive, so it's okay.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. I'm having a moment. Yes, do you notice that with Fael, we also have Moraine? Like, because she's under her false name.
Morghese.
Morghese, sorry.
I was confused for a second.
One of the M names.
Bye. Well, now we should have talked to spoilers, but it's too late.
Okay, listen to the audiobook while you walk her, like you apparently didn't do on your 5K run yesterday, but I'm proud of you.
Say hi to Bree.
But yeah, so Morghese is with them, and I think it's interesting because they still don't know she's Morghese. That was what I wanted to say.
That is interesting. I really, really want to find out who Arengar and Asyngar are. Like which of the Forsaken are reincarnated? Like we know they've body swapped, so the one that's a female was a male, and the one that's a male was a female. But I want to know because part of me thinks that it's Lanfear, but I hope not because she was like the worst Forsaken. All she ever did was want to chase after Rand.
I thought you were going to say she was the worst because she was like the dangerous one. And I was just like,
Rand. She was just another lady who wanted to get in Rand's pants. And then when she couldn't do it, she wanted to kill him.
Really reasonable explanation for behavior, I think. I'm tired of Moraine being dead. I needed to come back already. She's dead.
She's dead.
Dab does not look convinced of this.
Sorry.
Do you not think Moraine is dead?
No. She's not.
How do you know?
Because no one's ever dead.
I don't know, because I got it. That's what I had spoiled for me 2 books before it happened. So if she's not dead, I'm gonna be upset over how upset I was at having that spoiled for me. Because otherwise, why was it spoiled for me in such a manner? But I believe she's dead.
You believe she's dead, or you believe she's not dead?
I believe she's dead. I think she died.
Okay.
She'll be reincarnated in the next go around. There's a whole sequel series we haven't been told about yet.
I mean, the wheel keeps turning and there's no ending to the wheel. So in theory, no one dies because everything gets...
She's probably already reborn as a baby. So she's not dead.
What if Moraine shows up as a... What if Moraine is in Elaine's tummy?
I was just going to say, she's dragon spawn.
Oh. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
She comes out as a baby and it's like, Rand, you need to get your shit together.
I think it's funny that these books are like the slog books and they keep getting shorter, but they don't feel shorter. I mean, this one was only what, 550 in terms of pages? Mine said 700 and I was scared, but again, it had a lot of extra materials at the end.
I feel like this book went quicker for me, but I know it's just because Matt was in it.
Yeah. And I had a really rough week at work at the same time as I was trying to read this, which was poor planning on my part. But it wound up being a slog for that reason. I do agree parts of it went quicker. The map part went quicker. The opening I thought went pretty quickly. It was just that middle part that was more an issue.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? How all three of them have now bonded Rand as a warrior, even though men can't channel, but somehow that just was okay. It could still happen.
They just included her, and now they can all feel each other when someone has sex with Rand. They always know when he has sex.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I didn't need that.
But I thought this was going to bring a resolution to the Alana thing towards the end of the book. Like, I really thought that we weren't going to have to deal with that. I mean, the non-consent there is almost as bad as with Matt and Tylan, is just mentally instead of physically. Like, I really thought we were going to have a conclusion to that now that he'd agreed to bond other people and they could just, like, kick her out, like, go away. But that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Wheel of Time is a wise series without a drama in it, even though it did hard market this series as such. I feel like it's not because of the world building.
Yeah, I think the relationships and the he's so dreamy stuff feels very YA.
Yeah.
The
But that's
world building,
building
the magic, the scope is not.
The only reason the relationship I like that is because Robert Jordan just can't write good relationships.
Yeah.
But I do still think it's an adult series.
I do too.
But I wish the relationships had been written better. He needed an editor that was not his wife to tell him to write relationships better. I'm so sorry.
No, really. I feel really, really sad for his wife. If this is the portrayal of a relationship that they agreed was normal enough to go out into the world.
I mean, maybe I assume she was in love with a man, with him. So maybe this is the kind of relationship that they found attractive.
That's why I said I feel very, very sad for him.
Yeah. Well, and I think he tries to portray himself like in a feminist kind of way, and like he makes comments all the time like men are so stupid, men are this, that, and the other
because
thing.
He has definitely
he does both, but I feel like it's more directed towards men.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come off that way in the not direct dialogue part. It comes off very differently in the relationships and ultimately.
Yeah, because Wheel of Time is like promoted or talked about as a
patriarchal.
That I can't say sentence word. Patriarchal society, because like the women has the power and the man that has power go insane. But yeah.
But then ultimately the point of this book was to stop men from not being able to have power. So we've just as of the end of this book, we've said, okay, men, you can take all the power now and be equal to women and possibly exceed that.
Lana Transfer makes me a bit worried, but hold on, I hope, yeah.
I feel like I forgot what I was going to say. I feel like
it's okay. That's what's happening, Ryan. I don't think Moraine is dead. I definitely prefer this one to Path of Daggers. What happened in the end of Path of Daggers? Was that when he used the Bowl of the Wind, or was that in the beginning of Path of Daggers?
That was at the beginning. The end was when Fael got kidnapped. Oh, I remember. The one person that all of these, or not the one person, the one character that all of these other characters have an actual healthy relationship with, Bella the horse. They all love and care for Bella, no matter who she gets transferred to. That horse is looked after and well taken care of.
I love it.
So it's a horsicle society?
Why would you say this? Why would you do this?
Why would you say that? Say that.
Why would you say that?
Nat is breaking hearts.
From what I heard, a lot of Wheel of Time fans started reading it as teenagers, but you can still read Out of Fantasy as teenagers. I read besides The Hobbit is supposed to be a children's book, but
yeah. Well, I would say this one would be a good crossover one just because the writing is pretty simple. True. The plot and keeping track of all the characters is where it gets in my mind to be more adult and more on
I
that
also
scope.
feel like if we're talking about long-term Wheel of Time fans from like back when it was first coming out, I don't think epic fantasy was probably as big of a thing that was written for teenagers. So if that's what you liked, you would have to go out and read
Agreed.
Adult.
Jordan and R.A. Salvatore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Besides, I read Mistborn when I was a teenager, but I mean now Mistborn is like, is it a YA, is it not? But I don't think Mistborn is a YA because of the magic system in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that teenagers can't read it.
I've never read a Brandon Sanderson book.
It's sad.
I mean, Wheel of Time would be your first.
I own 5 of them. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
Well, you'll
like
be reading it soon, like Sandra said.
Well,
not his characters,
but he still wrote it.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
See, when you read his other books, you can see how much he loved Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a character in this one named Shallan, and there is a main character in one of his other books named Shallan, and I was like, because I feel like no one else that I read in other books has ever named the character Shallan, so now I just feel like that's their thing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But it wasn't a major character, so, but still.
But it's stuck in his head.
Yeah, it was stuck in his head.
To have to take on somebody else's world and characters and this type of scope, I mean, he had to have loved the series. I mean, that that would be so challenging to like take that over.
It's huge, especially considering when we guys continue and we see the last book that Robert Jordan wrote. I wonder how like different shifts you guys will notice.
I'm so excited. Like, I don't want this to be over, but like, I'm so excited to keep going forward. I'm really excited to reread New Spring.
Yeah, we read book 10 and then New Spring.
It's
book 10's on the shorter side, isn't it?
Yeah, I have it here actually.
It's just under 500 maybe.
And now I don't know what emoji to use in the thread on Discord because there's no Twilight emoji like for the the weather, and there is no crossroad emoji, and I'm sad.
Use a moon, Sandra.
A moon?
Use a vampire as a play on a different book called Twilight.
Oh my god, Robert Jordan is born in the same year as my dad. I'm sorry. Was not a fun experience. I mean, the pressure I would feel.
I would imagine. Plus, I mean, just so much pacing style, and I don't know how much he was trying to copy style in addition to obviously having to stick with the same character development and stuff, but that just would be so challenging.
660, so it's actually thicker than Winter's Heart.
Is it? Yeah, it says 704 on my Goodreads, but then again, this one said 705, and it was not. So I don't know what edition it's basing it off of.
But I feel like most people really loved Brandon Sanderson finishing it, but then I randomly sometimes see people being like they hate him, like they hate his guts because they hate how we ruined the series.
Well, you know, there's always some disturbed, crazy stands out there who don't like anything just for a reason.
I gave the next one 2 stars. It's the lowest I rated any of them.
Really? Yeah. Well, now I'm excited. Let's see what I rate it, Sandra.
Well, it will probably be a 4.25. And then I remember I was so mad. I was so mad because I rated this 2 stars, and then I read New Spring. I gave it 5 stars. I was like, okay, fine, I'm better now.
New Spring was great. It's the only that's the only one I've ever read before, and I remember really loving it. But we'll see. I mean, does it make you even more upset to know that on Goodreads I rounded it up to a 5 instead of down to a 4?
New Spring or Winter's Heart?
This one.
Amberly rates the next book 6 stars.
Well, that's what it was. It was a lot of 2-star moments and then a lot of 8-star map moments and then 7-star endings. So all of it came together.
I'm starting work because you have to say the slog isn't real, so that if the slog was real, it would be book 10, which is why I rated it 2 stars.
We'll find out. Does anyone want to take bets? Anyone here, even in the chat, want to take bets on what I end up rating the next book?
4 stars. What about you, Dab?
What's the lowest you've gone? 3?
Let me see.
You probably could, but we didn't. We want you. That didn't happen. That's what I got to say.
I gave book 6, Lord of Chaos, 3 stars, and that's the only book I've rated a 3. The rest were 4 and 5s.
Yeah, I'm going with 4 too then. Yeah, that seems like a fairly safe bet.
But again, when I read these,
Matt did say you would be sad, so that might mean a lack of Matt, which might mean a lower rating.
Referring to the fact that I wanted Alana to be gone. I think that's what she was.
That could be.
But like, when I read these for the first time, I didn't know that the slog existed. Like, I didn't know that was a thing that people knew about. So I was just reading the books, and I was just like, why is nothing happening? I'm bored out of my mind because I just didn't understand that like nothing was happening. And then I saw a random YouTube video where they talked about the slog, and I was like, oh my god, this is a thing.
I can't imagine reading these when they were first coming out and like having to remember everything from the previous book a year or more later. Like, I struggle, and we just read it 2 months ago. I feel like I've forgotten things.
We'll see after book 10, but I feel like for me, the only book that I felt was actually a slog was the last one. And even by the time I'd finished this, I'd already forgotten how much I disliked the last book.
Yeah.
Until I came into here and had to change my display name from Amberly is Upset.
I think the last book was probably my least favorite also because it felt the longest. Like it was the one that I was the most actively checking my audiobook. Wait, I have how much left?
I must have hit the wrong thing on Goodreads because when I look at my spreadsheet, I actually gave the last book a 2.5 stars. I was like, how on earth was the lowest thing I'd rated when I hated that book so much?
Because Matt wasn't in it.
Yeah.
That is exactly why I was so upset last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reread.
Yeah. That's a huge time commitment though. Like even my favorite series, I don't know that I could reread 10 books to read book 11.
What is your favorite series?
I don't even know what that would be at this point.
Oh, this was
honestly, like
because when I first read it
multiple times.
What did you say?
I said my favorite series is 10 books, and I've reread it multiple times.
Which is?
It's a romance series, so I mean it's not as epically involved as this. I will be rereading this.
Yeah, because when I read them for the first time, I was like, I'm never going to reread this because time. And then I finished and I was like, I want to reread them now. And now I feel like when we read them now, I already kind of want to reread them.
Oh, I knew by book 3 that I was going to be rereading this series.
So like now I'm in it, and I will probably reread them again, like in a few years. Not right now, but like, yeah.
I can absolutely see why this series would be one to reread because you would pick up on more clues, you would know the characters better,
and also like then you would also be like
years later.
Then you also like since the slog is there, you will like be prepared for it more in a way.
I don't even know how many times Daniel Green has read this entire series, but it's a lot.
I wouldn't imagine. Yeah, I can see it, but I'm like, there's just so many good books out there.
Yeah, just feel like just read 1,500 pages a day. That's like 1.5 Wheel of Time book, and then you go.
Oh, that's all. 1,500 pages a day of this.
The implication there that these aren't good books that are out there.
I have not enjoyed them as much as you. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying they're bad, but there's so many things to complain about with them.
I'd
fight.
feel so sad for everyone else. Not
I'm not sad. I arranged this whole thing because I wanted to reread them.
and then you had to bring it in because everyone, including you, was so negative about it.
Oh, I mean, I can be very negative about things I enjoy. I mean, I love Twilight, but I'm also not stupid.
Oh, I tried to reread those as an adult, and it was the worst decision I've ever made.
I reread the, I mean, not reread, I read the Midnight Sun one when it came out, and I'm like, oh my god, Edward is the worst person in the whole world. And like, yes, obviously, I kind of already knew this, but like when I was a teenager, I wanted Edward to marry me, and now I kind of want him to die. So like, it's a huge difference, you know?
I read them the first time as an adult, but as a I want a brain off type of read. And it was perfect for that. I can't see rereading it at this point.
Rereading any book is hard for me when I have so many unread
Yeah.
books in my shelves. I
Agreed.
just don't think about the books in your shelves. Just ignore them.
There was 1 month this year that I only read 3 books, and all of them were rereads.
I'm on a
just
roll
not a
this year.
rereader, typically.
I'm on a roll this year, so I don't have anything to say.
Mhm. I just Nat's last question.
Do you think that or Becca would give any of the remaining book 5 stars? I know that Amberly will. No
Yeah.
hesitation.
No, Nat didn't ask
there's-
about Amberly.
There is a certain like things that happen in some of the later books that I absolutely loved. Like I gave it 5 stars, and I think at this point when I like read it for the first time, I hadn't given any of them 5 stars myself. I'm gonna double check. I think New Spring was literally my first 5 star. I don't expect Dab to give New Spring 5 stars.
I am very stingy with my 5 stars, so
Yeah.
I would be shocked. But
wait, why haven't I rated Towers of Midnight? I just skipped the rating on that altogether and just rated the 12 and 14, but not 13. I would say there is hope for Becca, but I don't know about that.
I have an opinion as well. Even though I haven't read the rest of them, I have an opinion.
What did you say?
I said I have an opinion as well. Even though I haven't read the rest of them, I have an opinion.
Okay, so what do you think?
I think there's a high probability of Becca giving a high rating to New Spring because of how much she loves magic school settings, and that one is set in the tower. And I feel like there's a high probability of her giving the last book a very high rating because everything is going to be tied together, and Becca's favorite thing is intricate plotting.
Yeah.
I love your analysis of Becca here. I really enjoy that.
I feel like the conclusion has potential for that type of reason because I've had that before where reading a huge series, I tend to rate the last book more about the overall journey than just the book.
But that's when I usually rate the last book the lowest because they usually it sucks. I'm not joking.
I mean, the fact that she gave a 5 and I gave a 4 to a Abercrombie book was the plot twist of the year so far. So anything could happen.
Did you give? Yeah, you gave.
Hmm?
What's it called?
A Little Hatred.
Hatred.
I gave it a 4, verging on a 4.5, and she gave it. That was her 5
In
stars.
my head, I was like, I didn't see you leave a comment about that, but
Someone agrees with me about the Joe Abercrombie.
Well, we were on a live show together.
Everyone hates so hard on the only Abercrombie book that I liked. So
did you stop participating?
I did. I stopped participating after the book that I liked because
I'm gonna give you a pat.
I found
Poor
a book.
Emily.
I found a book I liked, and I was going to stop now because I loathed every other book I read by that man.
Which one was the one you liked?
Was 10 times better than any of the rest.
I mean, actually, yeah, I gave it 3 stars, but considering I gave everything else 2, then
Best served cold. I cannot justify how long it takes me to read one of his books for it to all have been completely pointless. And I understand that is his point, but my time is worth more than that.
I feel like there's more of a point to the extra trilogy. Obviously, we're on the wrong live show for that, but it feels like there's a plot in the new trilogy.
Incest, that's the plot.
We'll see.
There
Because
is
it
that too.
felt like there was a plot in the first trilogy for the first book, and then books 2 and 3 just
True.
everything. I already know that life in worlds is the pointless. I don't need the books that I read to remind me of it.
True.
You
I
need a mat. That's what you
understood.
need.
You need what?
You need a mat.
I
Oh,
do.
man.
I need a map.
Okay, so I do hope that Becca will give 5 stars, and I have hope for them. So I'm saying yes.
hoping for a 4-star at least again. I'm hoping to get.
What was the
past
last one you gave 4 stars?
I don't even know, honestly. Oh, this isn't going to be helpful. The app on the phone needs to work better. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I've given some of them more than 3 stars potentially, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what that was.
It's okay.
I'm hoping. I have faith in Sanderson. I know I like Sanderson's writing, so that also gives me hope.
If you were to pick one wife around to be with, who would that be? Amberley, just to make her suffer.
And then she could run off with Matt on the side and Rand's alone. See, there you go.
I would do that. I would never let Rand touch me. So it's not technically abandonment if the marriage is never consummated.
But for real, if you're gonna choose like one of the extra people in the book, no one who deserves to die alone. No, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, he needs to be there to help raise the dragon spawn, so I'd have to go with that pairing.
Avienda.
No, but I like Yanda the most, so I don't want her to fuck with him.
Okay, so I love Elaine. I think she deserves better than Rand. I think Min needs to go back to being celibate because all of this is just too much for her. And Avienda, I love Avienda as a character, but I also feel like she with Rand makes the most sense.
Because they're both Aiel.
Yeah, and I mean, she's like this fierce warrior person, you know?
I mean, but Elaine is queen, and Rand is kind of like a king person since he's the dragon boy. So I feel like
do we
Elaine.
want him to have that much power?
Elaine
He already
needs to be queen, and she needs to look out for her country, and she needs to not worry about this crazy man who is running all over the world, sleeping with other people that aren't her.
I pick Elaine. I pick Elaine.
Power.
I pick Elaine. You pick Avienda. What about you, Dab?
I don't know. I don't want him to have king duties.
He's their only king consort.
Yeah.
Agree with Amberley.
But would he power grab at all?
No, because he's just a cheap farmer.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's less people here today because Becca didn't show up, or if there's less people today because we've come so far in the series that people are just done.
Oh, it's probably just because you're not on Becca's channel. She's the famous one, you know.
Yeah. It's the slog for everyone.
Everyone is just slogging off.
I really wish I knew how many people were still reading with us.
You can ask in the Discord.
But not everyone who's reading with us is in the Discord.
Then ask everyone in the whole world to join the Discord, and then ask who's reading with us.
Well, we know Nat's here because Nat's ahead of us.
Yeah.
I was very jealous when she said she had already finished this, and I hadn't even gotten close to starting. So,
but also, like, we know that's probably some people are with us that just don't have time to sit down for live right now, which is fair.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then yeah. And Becca's hanging on by Tra. I am in for the long haul.
Nice. Yay. Yay.
Well, I just realized, because you had a weird YouTube name, when you were when the beginning, before you were on the lives, were you commenting on that user?
Me? Yeah, and every live. I had so much to say.
Yeah.
I don't have any recollection of this.
You skipped over most of my comments. That's probably why.
Oh my god!
But also, did you know Amberly before Becca suggested her?
No.
So, I mean,
Becca
that
was
makes
just like, I
sense.
have this random person called Amberly. I was like, okay.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, no, I think Becca was on sprints one time. This was after we'd gone to Italy and we knew each other. And she was on sprints. Everyone was just talking about, you know, she had to read this book for the upcoming live. And I'm like, man, at this point you're gonna leave and it's just gonna be me and Sandra. And she's like, oh, in here, let me text Sandra.
I was there for those sprints. I just got in because I got in for the other one where Becca was just looking for warm bodies. I said, I could do it, I guess.
I'm enjoying this read along. Look, people are here still getting through this
Yay.
log. People are here, Amberly. You're not alone with me.
The
Yes.
Wheel of Time support group is still active, and
The Wheel of Time keeps wheeling. It keeps spinning. We are all stuck in this wheel. That should have been a name for the
slog book to get through.
That should have been a name for the read along. We are all stuck in a wheel.
No, that's mean. I'm stuck here. I came voluntarily. I'm the unofficial mascot of this.
That was the first thing you said when you joined.
Yes.
And I've kept it up. How many books later? I've kept it up.
After this, I am planning to do Vampire Academy, which I feel like is a different kind of vibe altogether.
That is a very, very different vibe. That's like
the Discord is in the description below. That sounded like a really it's in the description below.
Sandra.
Yes. What's happening?
Can I do the vampire books with you?
I mean, if you don't hate my favorite character, then yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Well, I can't say that. Have you read them before?
Yeah, I've read them before, like twice.
Me too.
Have you read Bloodlines too?
Only the first 2 books.
I only read the first one.
And I will say that the spin-off involves my favorite character, but
Adrian is my favorite character.
Mine too, okay? And Becca's, by the way.
Yeah, I'm forcing Becca to join in on Bloodlines. I just hope the ending is worth these last few books we read. I mean, I thought so. I was just so annoyed in this log, oh my god, I want to die. And then I read the last few books and I felt like it was worth it.
I haven't read them, but you can trust me.
Someone joined the Discord. Now you have a friend, Amberly, that actually reads the books.
Well, Crossfade
I'm on the show and I'm not active in that Discord. I see the announcements and that's all I've got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that active discussing in the Discord, but everyone is free to discuss there if they want to. I need to make a thread for the path, the Twilight.
Crossfade reads with me. She's not. Whoever is not here today.
But what is an emoji that fits for Crossroads of Twilight?
I don't know. Well, there's one with a road.
No, but I already used the road.
Or you could just do a cross, a plus sign. Cross.
But I already did the road for the Path of Daggers.
No,
I'm telling you,
there's a different one. There's a different one. Hang on.
I will trust you. You love my favorite character in this series. I stand with Matt. Yes, I stand with Matt. I can do the cross. Yes, the cross emoji.
The audiobook for the next book is 26 hours. This one was 24, so it's about not that different for whatever that's worth.
We love to see it.
Do we know around we'd be doing this in August? Is that
because next month is the Trouble with Peace.
Hey Sandra, can I make a request in the Discord?
Yes.
You know how you have all of those user groups where they're the different ajas that you can sort yourself in?
Yes.
Can I get myself a Matt Simps group?
Only one made for you. I mean, since you asked so nicely, wait, I just need to make this thread. Beginning of August. You do this, and then I will make a spoiler thread that people can go in, or they can just mark. I don't know. And the spoiler thread is like you don't bother marking spoilers; you can just go in there and type whatever. That was my thinking, but no one actually uses the spoiler thread, so I don't know.
Well, the issue there is depending on what part of the book you're in, you might see a spoiler.
Yeah, but
that
which is why I
is-
like go to the spoiler thread when you finish the book.
Got it.
Like kind of.
Not
That was my thinking.
mid book thoughts, end of book thoughts. Got
You
it.
want to talk without marks.
I can't see. I don't go into the spoiler rooms because I save my spoilery thoughts for here.
True.
You can if you want to. Okay, now I'm gonna make you a role called Matt Sims.
I don't think I ever selected a role because at the time I didn't have any clue what it meant.
Well, we've already established you're not part of my group, so
what is like a color that fits Matt?
I feel like Amberly's the only one who can answer that.
Matt, you need to choose a color. Matt Sims.
black.
Black. But the black Alja is black.
He's ravens. I associate dark green with him, but I don't know how different.
I can find a dark green.
I was gonna say there because there's already a green Aja.
No, but I would just take a different green.
Is there a stick?
A stick?
A stick?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Red, the color of love.
Red Aja. Well, yeah. Will you choose your Ajas with all these different colored hearts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the. Wait, I'm giving you the role now. Wait. You will see. And then I can do it so other people can choose it too. Like now you're Matt Simp. Are you happy?
I am so happy.
But you're not in a group. Do you want me to be in actually a group?
Yes, I want other people to be able to join my Matt Simp group.
Yeah, but you're not sorted on the online side. You just have the role. But I can make it into a group too, I guess. This is so weird. Is it weird that we do this live? Do we go not live? I don't know.
Only a little.
It says it. I don't. Right there.
Yeah. Well, I will move you. Look, now I took Matt Stimps over everything, so now it says. No, wait, it didn't work.
No, I did. My name went green. My name went dark green.
Yeah, because you're
for the admin.
Okay. Jesus. But now I don't remember how you can react. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, yeah, I remember. I will try. I want to be a Matt Sim. I will make everyone can be a Matt Sim. Just give me a moment.
You can join yourself.
Yeah, everyone talk about something interesting while I fix this.
I'm like, why are there notifications? Oh yeah, for
I
a live show that I'm already on
now, and I return it.
Oh no, wait, not rules. Roles. Got it.
I
never did choose a Aja.
I didn't just because I was already an admin when I joined.
I just had no clue what Aja meant at the time I joined before this whole thing started.
I didn't actually know there was a Discord until I joined the live shows.
I have everything muted except for the announcements for the live shows. Although, in theory, I should now know when they're happening before the announcements.
Don't be like me and be reminded by the StreamYard. Send message just 30 minutes before you have to go online.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I'm the one reminding Becca at least once before the live show what day we're having it on, and this time I'm the failure. Although no, because she gets to be even more of a failure than me because she didn't show up.
True.
and she can't
or finish the book.
she can't
So.
defend herself. So
Usually I do that. Becca started reading it. I guess I better start.
I'm struggling.
Where's your sister? I mean, that's Becca's back. She heard that. We were talking about a different Becca. Totally not you.
Oh my god, Becca, it's been a wild ride here. You missed so much.
you missed a lot.
There was Vampire Academy talk. There was I don't know how much practically useful knowledge was discussed.
Lots of very valuable opinions. I now have my own Matt Simps group in the Discord because Sandra loves me.
I'm struggling with the role thing to make it so everyone can do the role.
Right now you have your own Matt Simp to yourself. Whether it's a group or not is a whole different matter.
I'll share for now, but I have other members waiting to join. So
yeah, Nat already committed to join.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm having a moment, guys. I'm having a moment. It's all fine.
Oh.
It is mad at me.
It's mad at you.
Yes.
That's not good. When
now
you're
not green anymore.
Rebelling against you, things are bad in the world. Elena's wife. Okay, that was a quick answer.
She's her favorite.
Sorry.
Changed. Min is your favorite character of the three, not Elaine anymore. Wow. You still stand by that?
We'll give you a second to rethink it. If you could take all of the women and take Rand out of the equation, I'd like them all a whole lot more.
I would. Yeah, I was really shocked. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. She didn't have a lot of...
I didn't even know what's going on in comments.
At least she's...
Hopefully! What is this? What have I missed?
She'll be back next time, hopefully. There's no other context to that.
Okay, now you can react to the emoji and get roles, and then you become a Matt Simp.
Here you go. Here you go, Nat. Come join me.
Just that you're not green anymore. I'm sorry. Amberly.
Rude.
Because your like status as an admin is higher, and they didn't like.
That's fine.
But I think I.
But now you can be the admin of the Matt Simp group. So.
Do we have more Matt Simps now? Did it work? Oh my god, we can see people turning green, but they're still in the odd jaws. They're just also green.
4. Oh.
There's 4. It's like everyone here signed on. I feel left out.
What's going on?
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of them is Carl Bot, so I don't know that you can.
You only have 3.
Carl Bot is a Matt Simp. I love that so much.
No, Carlbot doesn't actually have any roles. It just needs to like be the only reaction so people can press it.
No, he's mine.
Should I just give Amber also the role of Green Aja when we're on it? Because you haven't chosen an Aja. I'm doing it right now. You're now a Green Aja as well.
I never chose one at the beginning because I didn't know what they all meant. Yet.
I haven't chosen one either.
I think I took a test one time that said I was like
it's only for shit and giggles. This doesn't actually matter because it says that we are Aes Sedai because we are like the admins, but it doesn't make any sense because an Aes Sedai is in an Aja.
No, I get it. I think I took a test one time that said I was like blue, yellow, and white, and I was like, I don't even know what half those are. So okay. I'm a Matt Sim. That's what
I honestly couldn't define all of the colors. I honestly couldn't. 'cause-
Like now, I feel like I could maybe a bit. It's like
No, so
I mean,
yellow.
white and black, yes.
no, like red, they hate men and they like go around hating men. Green, they get a lot of waters and are very horny.
They're warriors. They're the fighting. I die.
No,
Fight-
green are horny
Also,
and
they
get a
can
lot of
gentle.
waters.
Is that right? Because isn't the one lady a green and she's the one who goes around gentling men, taking their
Black
bringing
are the
away?
evil ones. White are like the logical ones. So they usually are like advisors to like different like rules and stuff. Blue are like the ones. Are they waiting for the dragon or something? I don't even know.
They're
Like
I-
Moraine and Swan were blue.
yeah.
Yellow are what do yellow do? They're healers. And then brown read lots of books. And then I don't remember what gray does.
Oh yeah, the blues are the spies.
There's spy. What is gray?
That's what I don't know. Like I don't know what gray. I know brown are the scholars. They're the ones who study and support everything. The yellows are the healers.
I just want to be black to be, spicy.
Do I give you the black roll?
Probably more brown.
I'm probably brown too. I feel like he could have done more out of the adjust. I feel like it's really boring that it's just like yellow heels. Okay, cool. Like I feel like he could have done so much more with it, but then he just didn't. I don't even know any of like the star signs, so don't ask me. I don't know
I'm
anything.
not helpful.
I'm not helpful there.
I mean, probably black since they're so two-faced, but
Okay, do you have any more requests for me? Do you have 3 Matt Sims now?
no, but I love you.
I'm happy that you're happy now. But I feel like you need to change it so that your name is also green with the other Matt Sims. I feel like I can take it above. I'm struggling. If I do like this, no.
Uh-oh. She's breaking things.
I'm breaking the Discord. I'm not even good with Discord. I just pretend I am. Okay, now I feel like you should be green. Oh, you're not online. I can't see you anymore.
Hang
Oh
on,
yeah, you are. Okay.
I'm back.
But why isn't it like in its own group? I want your own group for this. How do I fix that?
You make me Matt's lead simp.
No, go away.
I mean, you already are, and therefore she can't actually
You
make
just said you
that.
needed me to have my own group, so I was just suggesting a name.
No, but like, just like on the online list, you're like under your own thing, but it's not like that with the Matt one. Why?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, mine just says I'm Aes Sedai, which I mean is there's no grouping for Matt Simp.
No, I want it to be so that you're in your own thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
display. I fixed it. I fixed it. Now you're in your own group. Look at it. You're on the top of everyone as well. Okay, you can't actually have that. Delete that.
There we go.
You just made her day.
Sorry, I need your name. I mean, your. Oh no! What? Oh no! You're. This is really difficult because you had the admin role. You're either in Aes Sedai or you're in Matt Simp. Do you not want this admin role so you can just be a Matt Simp?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't do anything admin in the Discord anyway.
You do like this, and then you can have the water roll instead, like that. Okay, look now. You're happy now. Look.
Yeah.
Why is the Mattis above everyone? Isn't that a bit rude? It's fine.
Oh, that rules. People know we're here. And yeah, I'll be Matt's warder. There we go.
I love that everyone is saying thanks for the live show. They're like, we're done now because we're just messing around. I'm so sorry. Okay, thank you so much for coming. I guess we're done. We don't have anything more to add. We could have done this backstage, but that's not half as fun.
No.
No. We have to be
Um,
silly on the internet.
Winter's Heart, great time,
Oh yeah.
or not. And then we have Crossroads of
Some
Twilight
great time.
soon.
We'll see you for the next one that I'm hopefully going to rate 4 stars. That's what everyone thinks.
That's what everyone thinks. If that's a 5-star, then we know the whole rest of the series is going to be a 5-star.
If that's a 5-star, we kick Emily off. I'm
4.5.
joking. Did I say bye? I don't remember.
I think
You started to, and you got derailed.
I think if I rate the next book 5 stars, all the live shows go on my non-existent channel from now on.
Three or two. That's a good prediction. I hope I rate it higher this time, since like now I know kind of what I'm getting into. Since the first time I was just like, this is shit, because I was mad at the slide. Because now I know it's a slide. I feel like it will be fine.
And we know the slog ends after this.
Oh, that may be new spring. It's a new spring, new life. Okay, sorry.
It'll be fall by then.
Yeah, but we can pretend. Is it like, because like spring is new beginning, so then we have the new beginning after the slog.
Well, it'll be
You know?
spring on the opposite half of the world, won't it? Because aren't they opposite us?
Australia, but you know what? Like, it makes no sense to me that, okay, you go up from Australia and you have like Asia. Their seasons match up with ours. So why is it just this little old corner of Australia that's like completely opposite from everywhere?
Because it's on a different side of the equator, isn't it that?
I don't understand.
No, but it's not just Australia, isn't it? Everything down below from the equator that has the opposite? Across all?
South America.
Either way, I just
thing.
saw this. I saw this comment where Becca asked if you're the only one in Matt Sims.
No.
There's 3 plus Carlbach.
Okay, we are actually going now. Thank you all for looking at us derailing. Goodbye. Goodbye.